Thank you, MSNBC, for asking the dumb questions.
Why did Elon Musk fail so spectacularly?
There's a very easy answer to that, and that's because Doge, under his leadership, proposed 192 separate cuts to reduce the deficit. And in response to those 192 actions, the Democrat Party sued him 181 times, with 164 of those lawsuits still in litigation. So 192 actions to reduce the deficit, which would have totaled $892 billion of cuts. 11 of them were not challenged. Those 11 amounted to about $100 billion worth of cuts. Now, there are 17 more that just reached resolutions, and the cuts haven't been made yet. Those 17 cuts will reduce the deficit by an additional $231 billion. And then we have 164 more actions that are currently under lawsuit with the Democrat Party. So when you ask, why wasn't Elon Musk able to cut more from the deficit? Well, the answer is because the Democrats sued him 181 fucking times, with 164 of those lawsuits still pending. The Democrats took our money and sued Doge with our money to stop him from saving us money. That's why. There's your answer to that idiotic fucking question.
The AI that got accepted at college claims that it is non-binary, and that is so silly because it is a computer program. It is the most binary thing we have. If anything, it's binary.
Complete rotation around a circle as being 360 degrees. When you think about it, the number 360 is a bit arbitrary. For instance, it might seem easier for everyone to agree that a complete rotation is 100 degrees, with a right angle being 25 degrees and a half rotation being 50. But that's not the measurement we use. So where did the 360-degree standard come from? The origin comes from the first time that people needed to accurately measure angles, when they looked up to the sky and charted the movement of heavenly bodies. Ancient people all around the world developed various ingenious methods for measuring the movement of the sun, earth, and moon in order to design calendars. The problem with making a calendar is that the rate that the earth rotates to make a day, and the time it takes to orbit the sun to make a year, and the phases of the moon don't all fit together as nice clean pieces. Among the ancient people who faced this challenge were the Babylonians. They created a highly accurate calendar based on the phases of the moon, which last between 29 and 30 days. When they worked to fit these lunar months into a year, they made a system of long and short years, not that different than our current convention of a leap year. To keep things clean and simple, the Babylonians also made an informal, ideal calendar that was made of 12 months lasting 30 days to make a 360-day year. This was also convenient for them because their number system was based on 60. Unlike our numbers today that build on a pattern of 10, the Babylonians built their number system on a pattern of 60. And 360 fit nicely into that pattern. Following this method of breaking a year into 12 pieces, they also broke the length of a day into 12 pieces, called a biru, making their version of an hour. They then broke the 12 biru into 30 pieces, called us, making their version of a minute. This gave a total of 360 us in one day, meaning that over the course of a day, the sun took 360 us to make one complete rotation in the sky. In the 2nd century BCE, the Greek astronomer Hipparchus began studying Babylonian astronomy. As he applied further geometric calculations to their work, he started using their divisions by 360 to describe the degrees of rotation around a circle. And that unit has stuck with us through the millennia. However, just because we know how we ended up with 360 doesn't necessarily make it the most convenient solution. The scale of 360 is based on the movement of the sun, earth, and moon, and it might be more useful to base the unit of